Hey everyone, welcome to the next slide. That is the most important slide of OOP concept. We'll talk about inheritance. Uh, uh, First of all, let me tell you what is inheritance. Let me go back to this slide so that you will not get distracted. Uh, think about let's talk about the same example of robots. Suppose you have created a first generation robot and which can do your household works, like it can clean your house, it can do things for you, it can set reminders and all. Suppose you have added an advanced feature to it, that is flight mode, like it can fly in air and you want to build that. So but you don't want to implement that directly into your previous robot. So you want to create another robot that has all the previous functionality as well as new functionality. So what you do, you create another blueprint, another machine that builds robot and add all the features of the previous robots, and plus you add some new features. So it will be really I mean, it's a time consuming task to write down all the features of previous robots again in the new machine. So what you do, we do inherit. Inherit means, as the name suggests, it's inherit the features of its ancestors. Okay, so what it will do, it will directly having by inheritance you can directly have all the features of your ancestor plus new features that we create. Okay, so let me give you an example. Suppose I create a class here, person object. Oh, I'll be following new style classes for this whole tutorial because that is the most advanced, and in the next video I will tell why new style classes are more preferred over old style classes also. As we have seen, if you want to define any function inside a class, you need to pass self into it and it will recognize it as a class method. So this is my parent class. I'll just create another student. Student method. This class name will be student, and I'll inherit, instead of object I'll inherit person. Okay, so let's see. I create a variable A, person, variable B, student. They are the two instances of the above two classes. Now let me try a dot parent method to print parent, but I cannot just do a dot student method. There is no method available with the name, with this name, because it's not, it's, as you can see, the student method is a part of the student class. So let's check b dot student method. As you can see, it's printing student as usual, but you can see there is no parent method here. But still, if I type b dot parent method, it will print parent, because from here b, it's going to student, then it's going to its checking inside it, it doesn't find it, then it goes to his uh, inherited ancestor, then it finds it there and it prints it. So that's the way it works. You can check any class, what are the different base classes that has been inherited by typing bases. Okay, sorry, it's not B, it's student.basis. It's saying main.person. Person is the inherited class. Same way, if you type person basis, it says object. Okay, so this is all about like simple inheritance, and you can I have just given you an example of simple inheritance. Let's go to the next slide. Before I tell you about super, let me show you something. You have seen that I have created a class called parent. Let's go to that class. Just forget about parent, let's do with this only person, and I do say hi. Okay, so let's go to student now. Let's say hi and let's name it student1. Okay, let's create another class that is student2, inherit person, say hi, and let me print here super student2 comma self dot say hi. Okay, so now just do it. P equals to person, s1 equals to student1, s2 equals to student2. Now if I do p dot say hi, it is a parent. If I do s1 dot say hi, it is a student. If I do s2 dot say hi, it is a parent. Why? Because let me show you the structure. See, in parent I have printed parent. Suppose there are no say hi method available in the student method, so it will directly go to parent and execute it. Same thing for student 2. But as I have defined a function inside parent, inside student, in student 1 I have just created student say hi method, that's print student, that is simply method overriding. And in student 2, this is also method overriding, but it kind of calling the say hi of the parent. What it is doing, it's super student2 and self. So this is the syntax of super student2 and self. It should take the current class name, the super and self, and it should execute the function you want. You can call it. And how it does, it follows something called MRO, method resolution order. Suppose there are multiple inheritance done, like if you have created this student2 parent comma student1, then it would have followed the right convention of inheritance, and it would have applied some logic to get the right method to get the correct say hi function automatically. So that's all for this slide. Stay